The final assignment for this course is a group project. This statement will invariably bring a mixture of reactions from a class of students. Some typically feel relieved to share the burden of a large assignment. Others worry about whether they will be teamed up with lazy people. Still others are excited about the possibility of making friends as a result of working together. Organizational work groups evoke the same diverse reactions among employees, along with a host of the same challenges. Because of these challenges, organizations should carefully consider whether a team approach is desirable. Certainly, some activities must be performed by highly coordinated teams. A pilot cannot fly a jet without a co-pilot and flight engineer, nor can a surgeon remove an appendix without the efforts of nurses and technicians. However, in many instances organizations can decide whether a team approach is suitable for accomplishing a task. For example, important decisions can either be made by one individual or by a group. The decision whether to assign work to a team should take many factors into account. As has no doubt been observed, some people work better together than do others. This is the basic starting assumption of team composition research. The key is to identify what mixture of individual characteristics results in the most effective team functioning. Part of the answer depends on what the team is going to be required to do, and another part depends on what outcome really matters. For example, having a highly diverse work group can have a very positive impact on creative problem solving, a task that is central to many organizational teams. Unfortunately, highly diverse groups also tend to have trouble retaining members, with the person who stands out being the one most likely to quit. What diverse teams gain in creativity, they lose in stability. However, this imbalance has a positive side effect. When new team members are added to an existing team, the team becomes more creative. Apparently, adding new blood not only brings in fresh ideas, but it can also add a spark that motivates existing team members to think more creatively. More generally, what appears to be most effective with regard to diversity is to have sufficient differences so that everyone can contribute something unique. This is best accomplished by having functional diversity, differences that are based on training and experience. This type of diversity also has the added benefit of allowing team members to learn from one another, something that can benefit team members over the long term. In contrast, demographic diversity in teams, example age, sex, race, often has negative effects on team performance and team member satisfaction, posing unique challenges for organizations committed to creating a more diverse workplace. Another issue related to team composition is the question of how to hire team players, those who can work effectively with a wide range of people. This trend is gaining force in many team-based organizations, with consultants being awarded profitable contracts on the condition that they help recruiters identify top-quality employees. These new hires are expected not only to be technically skilled, but also to be good at working with others. Research on the selection of team members shows once again the relevance of the personality approach. For example, teams with members who are diligent and sociable tend to be more effective. Having highly agreeable group members is also related to team success. Interestingly, this research has found evidence that even one highly disagreeable team member can have an adverse effect on an otherwise smoothly functioning group. The saying "one bad apple can spoil the barrel" certainly seems to apply to teams. Another factor to consider is the ideal size of the team. Here, the research on motivation in teams is quite specific. According to this research, it is far better to slightly understaff a team than to make it too big. Teams with too many members not only have more difficulties coordinating their efforts, example, setting a common meeting time, but they also tend to reduce their efforts when working collectively. Not surprisingly, when members of a team get to decide how big their team should be, they often make it too large, because people understand that their own efforts can be reduced as the group gets bigger. This tendency is something that organizations have to deal with as they try to create teams that are neither overstaffed nor understaffed.